In the United States, an estimated 50 million people go hungry every day. Meanwhile, 40% of that food goes to waste. In Los Angeles, Yakenda McGahee finds a group of people living off of that waste.
Now imagine walking out of the grocery store with 3 bags of groceries, dropping one and leaving it behind. That's essentially what we're doing with our food system. As a country, we're essentially throwing away every other piece of food that crosses our path in America.
U.S. agriculture yields an abundance of food annually, and Americans waste an astronomical amount of it, some 40% of the country's food supply, or 33 million metric tons, according to the U.S.-based Natural Resources Defense Council, or NRDC.
Food waste is the single largest solid waste product in our landfills today. It's contributing to 23% of total global methane emissions. 25% of all the fresh water consumed in the U.S., including 4% of oil, is used to grow food that never gets eaten.
Hunger relief experts say it's reckless waste against the backdrop of rampant poverty. An estimated 50 million Americans don't have access to enough food.
In the United States, even our trash cans are filled with food. You just have to go get it.
It's part of the inspiration behind the so-called freegan movement. Freegans believe in a lifestyle and philosophy of salvaging what others waste, as documented by filmmaker Jeremy Seifert in his movie, Die.
All of these perfectly good eggs because one was cracked. Just threw them all away.
Freegans have an anti-consumer ideology, which includes practicing principles like reclaiming waste, sometimes by food foraging or dumpster diving.
Freegans are trying to find a better alternative to the current system that we're living in.
There's a lot of perfectly edible food that gets culled from the farm when it's bruised or doesn't look a certain way.
In fact, a new report by the NRDC found that farmers, merchants, and even 9 out of 10 Americans are prematurely tossing food. That's because they're misinterpreting food date labels. You know, best by, sell by, used by. Consumers erroneously think these labels are an indication of food safety as opposed to peak quality. Experts remind us all to educate yourself on how to decipher whether food is truly expired. Yakenda McGahee, CCTV, Los Angeles.